Tom, bringing the offline and the online together in the shopper experience, what role do you think data will play in this new normal?
Yes, I think data is going to be super important, and not just personal data about who you are, but really sort of a mix of shopping data, preference data, past data, transaction data, and contextual data. So all of these things will have to sort of come together in order to provide a complete picture about the customer and what is she or he trying to do. So this is especially going to be useful now for tracing purposes. So traceable mobility as people move from place to place, from taxi to a terminal, from terminal through to the plane, and then disembark, get their bags, get in a taxi, go to the hotel. Go. All of this stuff will be traced. They're installing right now, these QR code scanners where you actually have to check in everywhere. So that creates a digital footprint about that identifiable customer. As they enter, for example, a retail environment like your store, they would also be required to have that QR code check-in to just basically announce that they're there for traceability purposes. Government uses that information in order to do contact tracing. So when they know an affected person visited a specific store at a specific time, they can alert other people who were at that store at that time. That's the reason why it's being done. Now, what can you learn from that data? Um, Obviously, you can learn a lot more about who is there, which is something that you never had before. I'm not sure how this data is going to be, allowed to be used by third parties. But I imagine if this is your environment and you're the one sort of involved in helping track these customers, you would be privy to that information. So you would actually have an idea of who is coming to your store, which is not a bad thing. You can use that for the future. You could also attach that, their visits to their checkouts and the value of their checkouts, and also items in their basket, which is going to be pretty interesting. So I see some opportunities, additional new opportunities that didn't exist before, simply because this data is going to be now made available. So I would encourage, obviously, developing solutions, smart solutions that, on one hand, respect the customer privacy, but on the other hand, actually have monetizable commercial value that I believe would create additional opportunities.